Good morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building. Back and better than ever, Patty. I kind of missed that a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of missed Greeny a little bit. Not a lot.
Just a little.
It wasn't great, but a little bit. I missed it a little bit. Hey, man, we got a lot to get into on today's episode. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boys. As always, another edition of the Morning Breeze coming your way. NFL execs give their thoughts on the top 10 players at every position. And you'll begin to notice a very interesting theme, if you will. Gonna have to ask some tough questions on Ryan Poles and talk about, will his decisions set this Bears team back heading into 2025? And then we're going to keep our training camp preview position groups going here. Oh, Jordan JC, you know what group we got to talk about, baby? Running back talk.
Hey, your favorite.
Your favorite.
Nah, don't you dare.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 7:15, 2025, 7:04 in the morning. And Jordan JC,
yeah,
we saw a murder last night on the basketball court.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started.
We got to talk about that. We can't.
I'm sorry.
I love him. Hey, young fella,
wide
young
open
fella, get him out the way now.
What? That was the
get him
worst.
out the way now, young fella.
That was the worst.
Oh God, he's got a family.
He's got a family.
He's got a family.
I don't know if they're claiming him now.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Please save that man.
Whew.
The worst part is he had a good game.
He did.
Yeah, such a good game.
That moment, geez, that moment, no.
Hey, man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Sue Young said. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Judge JC, how you doing, my guy? Got to be better than no assing guy.
Now, you're way better than that guy is doing. I mean, that photo, he's not going to live that down for maybe 5 to 10 years.
He's got to be great now. Yeah, that's
he's got to be. Yeah,
he is going to become a superstar, and that this is going to be the reason because of it. Because I mean, Jordan,
Jesus
he's doing the right
Christ.
things. First off, I got beef with Modest for setting him up to die.
You
that
got
way.
beef with Modest?
Modest is the one that was Modest man. He did horrible defense. Lachlan Albrecht comes over, he misses it too, and then oh God.
I think you know what's crazy. I think that the picture would be better if he just didn't look like that. He saw a ghost. Like I'm sorry. There's so many ways
God.
you could there's gonna be a bunch of just little taglines for this. Oh boy.
It's not gonna be good for him, bro. He gonna get them jokes, bro. He's gonna get them jokes. Let's talk Bears football, bro. I can't.
Right. No more Noah,
bro. I can't. That was so bad. That was so incredibly bad. And here's the thing: it's not like when you see the play, the picture made it worse. No, the dunk was disgusting. Like he reached back.
Who is dude?
That's as Tyrese Halliburton so eloquently said. That's Johnny Muffin Furphy. Furphy, that's his name. Furphy.
Where did he come from?
Heaven. or hell in
Well,
Nebraska.
Noah's case. That's all right. That's all right, Noah. Just put that picture on your wall. Just get better from there on out.
Get
That's all
better.
right.
And had a good game. Balled out 21 points. He balled out.
Balled out. Amen, Modest. Yeah. Well,
Let's talk a little bit of football, though, my guy. As
let's do it. Let's do it.
NFL execs, scouts, and coaches voted on their top 10 players list. And there's a very common theme with our own Chicago Bears here, but not in a positive way. When you look at the quarterback list that they voted on, the number 5 ranked quarterback already, Jayden Daniels. Very interesting list as a whole. Pat Mahomes 1, Josh Allen 2, Joe Burrow 3, Lamar Jackson 4, Jayden Daniels 5, Matthew Stafford 6, Justin Herbert 7, Jared Goff 8, Jalen Hurts 9, Baker Mayfield 10. Some honorable mentions: C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love. Also get in there. The Jordan Love one hurts a little bit, but I don't know if I'd put Jayden over C.J. Stroud yet, but NFL execs would. When you look at the defensive tackles, Dexter Lawrence 1, Chris Jones 2, Jalen Carter 3, 24 years old, Jeffrey Simmons 4, Quinnen Williams 5, Leonard Williams 6, Metabike coming in 7, DeForest Buckner coming in 8, Vita Vea coming in 9, Cam Hayward is 10, Christian Wilkins, Derek Brown, Zach Allen, and Kobe Turner, all honorable mentions on that one. Don't got to go far to look at a name on here. Number 1 tight end in the NFL, Brock Bowers. That was fast. I mean, shout out to Brock. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to put your Brock on the table.
Oh, put it on there.
Yeah, you put your Brock on the table. A little Powers Johnson.
Super Bowers. All right, okay.
Yeah, a little Super Bowers. They have not yet done the defensive exterior, but I would assume that the defensive rookie of the year will also be on that list in Jared Verse.
Little verse action, yeah.
The theme here is that these are all players that Ryan Poles has passed on, that he could have had on the Chicago Bears. And the big question around this team is, will those decisions, not only will they kind of have the Bears set back a little bit here in 2025, but does it increase the pressure that is on this Bears team to succeed very, very quickly under Ben Johnson?
We talked about it yesterday in part. We talked about, with everything being in line, with Ryan Poles having the new contract extension, which means that Kevin Warren, the organization, believes in what Ryan Poles has done, mostly with his decision-making. I still stand by that. But if we're talking about hits and misses, you go back down the line of the names that you mentioned that could have been taken versus the names that we did. So in quarterback, here's where I defend Ryan Poles a little bit. You had the option of going Jayden Daniels, but you pretty much got the guy that everybody thought would be the consensus number 1 pick in Caleb Williams, who was the former Heisman Trophy winner the year before Jayden was. And everybody was singing his praises, just the way he looked. He was Superman. He could do no wrong. I mean, you coming from a team that had a horrible offensive line. You only had one good weapon in wide receiver in Jordan Addison 1 year. And then the next year, I believe you had the whose son was a wide receiver there.
Jerry Rice's son, Brendan Rice.
Yeah, thank you. Brendan Rice's son. Yeah. So it's like you did wonders with nothing. You know, you made chicken salad out of we know what. So my thing is, I put a pass on the quarterback. You know, Jayden Daniels had an otherworldly rookie season. We know how it looked. And to be honest with you, the way it looked after we lost to them, that just made it even worse because of just the narrative behind it. You know, oh, you should have taken this guy. Look at the way he looks. Look at the offense. Look at the the cerebralness of Jayden Daniels. Look at how much they're winning. So it just looked bad. Now moving on to defensive tackle Jalen Carter. We could have taken him twice. We traded back and then traded, with Philadelphia, to move out of position to get him twice. I think there is probably a conversation that you have that maybe you should have gone that route. However, the defense that I do give for that is that we didn't have the team to try and control or make sure that he could grow. I should say in a safe and a mature
In an
environment.
environment that could deal with
Yeah.
everything he was coming
Philadelphia
off of.
had everything. They had Fletcher Cox. They had all the right mentors. They had the infrastructure. They had the culture. The Bears were still trying to put pieces together and do everything the right way. Like, I think that if he would have been brought here, maybe he would have been a lesser version of himself than he is now. And so that's where I kind of fight back with that. Now, with Brock Bowers, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's because he went to the right situation, and he clearly was one of the only options that they had in Vegas. Now that they're kind of building off of that, I feel like he's talented, obviously. Let's not overlook the fact that he killed in Georgia. He is very talented. We knew that he was going to be nice. But, I mean, can't we say that that's how Colston Loveland looked in Michigan to a lesser degree, just because of the way the offense was in Michigan? They kind of catered more to the running back and the run game and things of that nature in the defense. But Colston Loveland, to me, has that same sort of pedigree at that wide receiver, tight end hybrid. And so that's where I kind of defend these positions, and the misses or the fact that we didn't go those routes is now that we see that Ryan Poles is technically making up for those misses. And we'll see how it fares going on into the future.
Here's my thing with this. When I look at the names that are available, and if y'all can see, we do have the poll in the chat. Just if you want to take a vote on that real quick there. Talking about which one of these players do you actually think could have helped the Chicago Bears, or do you believe that Ryan Poles made the right call? 45% right now going with Ryan Poles made the right call. Which is actually interesting. But here's my thing right now. The quarterback one, I'm not bothered by. What bothers me about the quarterback is, listen, I think Jayden Daniels is talented. I've always thought Jayden Daniels is talented, right? But I do still feel like Caleb Williams is more talented. I do still feel like Caleb Williams has more tools available to him. I think that you set Caleb Williams up to die, which was my biggest beef with Ryan Poles.
Yeah.
The one list that I think will make me feel better about this year's list is when you look at your top 10 interior O-lines voted on by NFL execs. Joe Thuney coming in at number 6. Honorable mention, Drew Dalman making that list. Like, those are the things for me where I do like still the opportunity for Caleb Williams to go out there and end up being the better quarterback, being the better decision. Yes, Jayden Daniels had the better rookie year. Good job. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks have better rookie years and not have better careers. We'll see. I still think both of them can have extremely talented careers, though. But I can live with that one, right? Even though JD5, who for some reason changed his name to Greek God, is sitting in here losing his mind. He thinks we don't know who he is. I love it. The Jalen Carter one, that one's tough to deal with, but I remember the conversation that everyone was having around it, which was, you can't take this dude because you don't have the infrastructure to deal with him. I think you take the most talented player. Jalen Carter was clearly the most talented player. He probably was the best football player in that draft.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the things that do take time. You end up going Darnell Wright. You end up going Javon Dexter. Brock Bowers is one where I would have been fine with passing on Brock Bowers until you took a tight end this year. Like, now it's like, okay, well, we took one. And yes, Colston Loveland could become that guy and probably will become that guy, hopefully. But Brock Bowers right now is that guy. And I think that's what this is. Don't take this conversation as I'm condemning the Bears for who they have on the team right now. But you can have the conversation that right now you passed on players that are ahead of everyone you took. Oh, well, it's because of the situation they were in. You put them in the situation. Oh, well, it's because of the coaching they had. You hired the coaches. Oh, well, he was being hamstrung. Maybe. I'll allow that one. That one I'll allow. That's a debate that we'll never know.
Yeah.
That's a debate we'll never know. You know what I mean? But like all of these things do come back to Ryan Poles. All of these things do come back to the Bears organization as a whole, if you don't want to just include Ryan Poles in that. And again, as much as I love what Rome Odunze can become, and that's the one that we don't have here just yet, I think the pressure is higher on a lot of these players, on a lot of these picks, on Ryan Poles as a whole coming into this season. And me and Shay had this debate on the Chicago Bears podcast yesterday. If the extension made the pressure less on Ryan Poles, I think it makes it more, especially when looking at this situation, because there's a bunch of really good players running around the NFL right now that all could have been Chicago Bears, and you made a different decision. Your now coaching decision in Ben Johnson has to turn these guys into at least, I ain't gonna say the floor, because I don't think Javon Dexter's gonna be Jalen Carter. I'm sorry, like Jalen Carter's really freaking good.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say the floor, but Javon Dexter's also a second round pick. Jalen Carter was taken 9th overall. There is a difference there, but like, to me, that the conversation is the pressure is higher on this team right now because the coach you just hired, bringing in Dennis Allen, this has to turn all of your picks into what everyone else already is. You've got guys who already are making Pro Bowls. You've got guys who are already winning hardware. You've got guys that already have Super Bowl rings on this list.
Yeah, no, you do. I agree with that. Here's where, again, I guess I'm in fight back mode because I want to defend Poles more than maybe put a spotlight on his mistakes. Although I will say this, because the one guy I did mention that you brought up, Jared Verse, if we were to get him, because we talked about all the different positions that have been addressed, right? The one thing that we were clamoring for this offseason that technically hasn't been addressed. The one hole that needs to be filled is the opposite end of Montez Sweat.
Yeah.
The edge rusher position. And so you want to put the reigning defensive rookie of the year on that obviously would make a big impact here on the Chicago Bears. Now you're taking away Rome Odunze and the potential that he has of being a probably wide receiver one, maybe even as soon as this year. Like, he's putting in all the work. You see what he's done in the offseason. He's gotten stronger. I'm sure that he's gotten the playbook down even more. And so with this new offense with Ben Johnson, it could look really special. It could look really exciting and fun. And Rome Odunze probably will be the centerfold piece of that. And so we'll see. I think that's the issue with this, is that you're dealing with people that are not on this team that have already kind of established themselves in the league, whether it be rookie of the year or Jayden and Jared for defense and offense, or Brock Bowers just obliterating, at the tight end position, or Jalen Carter, winning a championship and being one of the reasons why, there was so much pressure.
The main reason.
The probably main reason. Yeah. Like, I think because you're seeing all of the success and you haven't seen the success yet from all of the players combined that the Bears have taken. That's why there's a little bit of pause here. But again, I want to talk about the quarterback, scenario again, just real quick, because I'm looking up stats. It's funny how a season can look weird and look lost when you're not winning, because let's just be honest. The reason why Jayden Daniels is so high and you got people like Greek God just singing his praises is because the Washington
He's Shady 5. I'm not calling this mug Greek God. He thinks
whatever. Yeah, Greek God, Shady 5, whoever this guy is in chat. The reason why is because Washington, again, as you mentioned, put a better infrastructure around Jayden at the time to be successful. But his stats are not that much better than Caleb Williams. And so here's my question with this old comparison. If Jayden was put on the Bears and Caleb was put on Washington, who would look better the past year? Let's have that honest conversation, because Jayden ended with 3,568 yards. Literally, Caleb Williams had over 3,500 yards passing, had 5 more touchdowns than Caleb, 20 to 25. He had more interceptions than Caleb, 9-6. So we're not talking about this huge like blowout comparison that Jayden just wiped him out the water and, oh, Caleb's this bust. No, yeah, Gucci, sure, watch the game, but have you seen the bad play from the offensive line on the Chicago Bears the last season? Did you see how many times Caleb had to run for his life? 69. 69 times. 68. I don't know why.
Shout out to you.
I'm adding one more for whatever reason. 68 times. Like, there's reasons, there's context, there's reasons outside of the main person having all of the fault. Now, sure, Caleb Williams could have done a better job. There were more expectations on him. He was supposed to be Superman, this person that could do no wrong despite everything around him, right? Give it time. That's all I'm saying. Give it time. You want to compare him to somebody? Robert Griffin III had a better rookie season than Andrew Luck. Who would you take in the overall career? You take Andrew Luck, even though he retired early. So that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I get it, and I'm not here to do the whole, who had the better season, this and yada.
Yeah,
like,
you leave that for me.
I think the conversation is more around, like when you look at what has been passed, and I saw Sean's comment earlier. He said that I miss when guys were allowed to develop. I forget what it said. It's sad to see anymore that this league has turned into instant gratification league. Can't change an entire organization by not letting it come to fruition. I think that's the problem. That is the conversation. This is years of draft. Jalen Carter was drafted, 3 years ago? This isn't like last year. This isn't we're just getting started. This is years of drafts. These are years of people that you decided to not go with, that you took the other guy, that you decided last year to take a punter. I mean, honestly.
Can't
like
even
that's
anymore.
what this comes down to. It's not that this is a instant gratification thing. Listen, I still think, and again, the conversation is not that the Bears players are going to be bad. I think that when you add a better offensive line in front of Caleb Williams, he's going to dominate this year. You give Caleb Williams Ben Johnson, he's going to dominate this year. I truly do believe that. I think the whole conversation around who's better, yada, 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 by the end of this season, we're going to be sitting there going, yeah, well, Caleb Williams is the number 1 overall pick. So, I think in my mind, by the end of this year, we're going to be talking about the pressure around Caleb Williams being, are you living up to number 1 pick potential, which should be one of the greatest players in the NFL? That's what the conversation that we're going to be talking about. Because I think that you made that level of improvements. My problem is when I look at the quarterback scenario, you put Caleb in a worse situation by your decision. Whether it's organizational, Ryan Poles, whoever it is, y'all did that. You decided to ignore the offensive line. When you knew that you had just gotten rid of a quarterback who had been running for his life for 3 years. You decided to ignore the defensive line when you knew you couldn't get pressure on the quarterback forever. Multiple times. Like that to me is the thing where if you're going to have a conversation around the success of this team, to me, the pressure is so ramped up because you got to look around the league and go, wow, what if we had drafted that dude that year? And what if we had taken that dude that year? And what if we took that dude that year? He's an all-pro. He's an MVP. He's a rookie of the year. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's an offensive rookie of the year. He's a defense. You pass on the offensive and defensive rookie of the year. And again, doesn't mean that it's not going to matter in the long run or that it's going to matter in the long run. But right now on July 15th, 2025, the day I've turned 31, I just realized it was my birthday.
All right, 31 years old. All right. Shout out to Pat.
You can say these players are better than the ones you picked. Doesn't mean 10 years down the road or 20 years down the road when we walking into Hall of Fames because these dudes are in the Hall of Fame and we going to say that. I don't live in this world where everything is an absolute forever. But I think you do have to live in the right now. And the right now is, to me, the pressure is high on Ryan Poles because the coach you just brought in, the coaching staff you just brought in, better turn these dudes into them dogs.
I think the pressure is high and the what ifs are loud. And the you passed up on these guys are glaring because the winning hasn't happened yet. We already know what will drown all of this out. What's going to put all of this to bed? If the Chicago Bears start winning,
100%.
none of this will not matter at all. If Colston Loveland turns into a top 10 tight end in the next 2 or 3 years, that won't matter. Brock Bowers, you can have fun all you want in gaining all your stats and production over there in Vegas. If we happen to draft a top edge rusher in the next couple of years, now that he's been contracted till 2029, and trying to get these things right, because he knows that's probably one of the positions that needs to be addressed going forward, none of this will matter. If Caleb Williams turns into the quarterback that we expect, especially paired up with an offensive-minded, just genius and crazy guy in Ben Johnson, and he goes for 4,000 yards and he passes over 30 touchdowns, none of this conversation will matter. And so that's what I think is, again, there's that wait-and-see approach, but again, winning cures all. If we're winning, if we're getting to the playoffs, if we're having success year after year after year, all those other players, great, have a great career.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, right, I think the greatest conversation around this is talent-wise. By the way, Baker Mayfield, top 10 on this list. Talent-wise.
Yeah, he killed.
Justin Herbert is a better quarterback than probably, I'd say, everybody on this list outside of Joe Burrow. He's a more talented quarterback. He don't win.
I'd still say Patty Mack is better than Justin talent-wise.
Justin Herbert has ridiculous talent. I never said Justin Herbert ain't talented. To me, I think he just always throws the wrong ball at the worst time.
Agreed. Yeah.
But he's incredibly talented. Just like Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady are better. But Aaron Rodgers is literally the most talented quarterback I've ever watched in my life. Aaron Rodgers finished seasons with 10 interceptions and 60 touchdowns. Not that many, but still, when you talk about talent, you have to go and look and be like, oh my God, look at what this dude was able to do. It's clear that he had more talent than Tom Brady.
Yeah. Tom
Brady wins. That's the best talent that you can have. Aaron Rodgers literally had a 48-5 season. What does that even mean?
You're not getting this ball.
Bam, listen to these numbers. 28-13. That's his first year actually starting. 30-7, 28-11, 45-6, 39-8. Got hurt that year at 17-6. 38-5, 31-8, 40-7. Aaron Rodgers didn't throw 10 interceptions for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. God dang it, I gotta scroll up. 11 seasons in a row.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
He is the most talented quarterback I've ever seen in my life. I can't put him over Pat Mahomes. I can't put him over a Joe Montana. I can't put him over a Tom Brady. Because they went out there and they got the win. So it does come down to that at the end of the day. That's the point I'm making here, that the wins change everything. Yes, Jayden's numbers are very similar to Caleb Williams. Jayden Daniels is in the NFC title game. It looks a heck of a lot better. By the way, he was in the NFC title game because of what he did.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't because of what everybody else around him was doing. It still was Jayden Daniels going out there and making the throws. It still was Jayden Daniels going out there and extending plays. Jayden Daniels going out there and making game-winning passes. As much as we could say Tyree Stevenson helped tip him in, Jayden Daniels is the one threw the football down. Was it lucky? Sure. Sometimes you need luck to win. More times than not, you need some luck to win.
We will see. I like that's my whole point is again, there's question marks around the decisions now. There's question marks, as we said over the past years, but we've seen Ryan Poles continue to get better and better, in my opinion, at his craft. And we were kind of kicking down the door this past season about what's going on with this offensive line. It's been addressed. What's going on with the quarterback position. We seemingly think that it's been addressed now that you have the right infrastructure around Caleb Williams with the coaching staff. Like that's my whole argument again, is that I'm not worried about all of the outside noise and what it looks like on those players that we've passed up. Sure, yes, you're right. They've won hardware. They already have Super Bowls. That is a big deal. But I think the way this team has been constructed lately, how it looks going forward, this could be very special very quickly. And so the decision, I don't think, set the Bears back too much, because I feel like starting this year, we're going to see the rise of this team. We're going to see the rise of this organization. We're going to see just how good Ryan Poles is in making this team better.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening in the long run. Hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Oh, excuse me. Y'all know what to do. We're going to take a quick break as we're sitting here talking about the NFL execs ranking their top 10 players, looking at the decisions that Ryan Poles has made, and y'all let us know in the comments and on the poll, did that set the Bears back in 2025, or is that going to be a non-starter with the maniac that we've got at the helm?
That's right.
Fun. Yeah, look at the difference. Just look at the difference here. Just look at it. Going on here. It's going to be fun. Ain't you guys having fun out there? And 37 sacks? Are you dead? I'm gonna kill you. I didn't have one for that one. I didn't have one ready for that one. I didn't have one ready for that.
Oh my
I can't believe he laughed at that. Bro, that still blows my mind. Like we always laugh about this. Like, I can't believe he laughed at this man, like fresh off of his like 9th sack for the game, bro.
You're all right out there, still in one piece, still in one piece.
Like, that's so crazy to me, bro. He laughed at that man. He laughed at that man off of like his 8th sack, bro.
Y'all think Jayden would have thrived here with Waldron at the helm?
Oh, I'd have punched him in the face. I swear I would have punched him in the face. Hey, man, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got to break down the running back position on this team heading into training camp. Are we comfortable with DeAndre Swift? I saw a little highlight tape of him. Not highlight tape, I guess a little off-season workout tape of him juking trash cans. Let me tell you something. Those trash cans were mixed up. They were out of the way. We'll talk about that more coming up next. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https://aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold. Breeze Beast Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got merch. That's right. New website, new merch, all out. We've been telling you guys to pull up on us. Now you can at twcbreeze.com. We can find out all of the latest stuff going on. What all can they find there, Super Producer?
Listen, you can join the nation, sign up to our mailing list, and be up to date for events and news. You can also visit the shop page and order merch because we have t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got mugs, we got hats, we got all kind of stuff. So, hey, we appreciate you being tuned in with us. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on all our socials. Check us out at twcbreeze.com.
He's way too excited.
I am.
The best show for Chicago sports.
Never
You've
gets
been
old.
defeated in the boss battle.
Finish him. Welcome back, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Show of Love. Hit the like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. 147 in the building. 46 likes on the video. Can't get 100 likes. I know you're listening. But just stop and put the drill down for a second. Yeah, I mean, shout out my blue collar guys. Yeah, I mean, put the tap down. I mean, put that glass down.
Yep.
I don't know where everybody's working out here. Yeah, I mean, stop click-clacking on that computer. I see you in Microsoft Excel right now. Look at you. Click on the YouTube tab and hit the like button.
Click what?
Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Show of Love, man. Hey, man. That commercial cracks me up every time, bro.
All the daytime.
It's one of the funniest commercials that shows ever. It's such a stark contrast, no matter what, bro. It's just such a switch. Let's talk about this as George JC's guy out here. We gotta see kind of where
That's right.
this offseason is going to take us with the running back position. Jordan JC with training camp coming up. I think outside of left tackle, this is going to be one of the biggest storylines of the training camp, because is it going to be DeAndre Swift still as the number one with Ben Johnson in the building, who has moved on from him in the past? Will Roschon Johnson keep his head together? Will Kyle Monangai be a big Monangai? But we did get a little bit of video of DeAndre Swift getting some of that early work in. Oh, look at these that trash can had no chance. There you go. He's got more wiggle than on the simulation.
Thank you. You go, boy. Look back.
Who is the guy?
It's his trainer. He got that trash can tackled him.
Can he speak clear English? What is
Yeah,
it?
you gotta know. He got an A-ball.
There you go.
I love that there's like so much cussing in some of these that they just muted out.
There you go, boy. Good shit, nigga.
Hey, remove the what? How you bleep all the cussing but lean it back in? Sorry to our younger viewing audience on that. But nah, man.
As soon as you said it, it was clear as day. Oh, you want some clear cussing? I got you.
Nah, man. Listen, I'm glad to see Swifty, getting the work in, doing more work than Tyreek Stevenson on video. But I think the big question around this running back room heading into training camp is who ends up being the number one running back in your mind right now? Does DeAndre Swift win this job by the time we leave camp?
I mean, yeah, I don't think there's any real competition for running back one, unless you would have brought somebody in earlier when we were talking about, the likes of J.K. Dobbins, that or even the Cleveland Browns running back Nick Chubb, potentially, coming in here. But when you passed on those guys, I think that you kind of are going to go with him as the starter. I don't think there's any competition from Roschon Johnson. I think Roschon Johnson needs to worry more about his production as the backup and kind of getting into that role. Obviously, mentioned Cal Monungai. I mean, that's my favorite, but I think it's going to take some time for him to kind of prove himself as a rookie. And so, yeah, you're starting out with DeAndre. Hopefully, those garbage cans turn into all the guys that we picked up. You know, the Drew Dalmans, the Joe Thuney's. You know, and they can move a little bit more than a garbage can. You know, create some separation, create some holes for DeAndre, and that's why I have a little bit more faith, right? You know, even when we're talking about the top 10 list that we just talked about with the different positions. When you look at the running back position, all the top names, you know, the Derrick Henrys, the Saquon Barkley's, obviously, the Bijan Robertsons, and even the pairing that was just in Detroit or is in Detroit in David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, I think the running back position and its importance is starting to come back a little bit more, especially when you see, you know, kind of Saquon Barkley being the reason why the Phillies offense was kind of galvanized and then got to the Super Bowl. You saw that the Ravens offense became a little bit more dynamic when you got, you know, Derrick Henry trucking everybody over, Bijan being special, that two tandem running back, you know, in Detroit. And so I think that's why you have a little more faith, because now we have apparently a top 5 offensive line. So you put that with this running back, you know, maybe he can show some things that he hasn't in the past. And so that's why I think Ben Johnson will probably have a little bit more confidence in Swift this time around than he did previously.
I do wonder if they're going to bring somebody into camp to take a look at. I don't know if they're going to trade for anybody, but I always wonder, you know, like, listen, the running back situation that the Bears, that every team is in, can always change depending on who the heck is in camp and who gets the opportunity. Now, I expect Swifty to get most of the opportunity. The biggest difference between what we saw in that video there and what's going to happen on the training camp field is, you know, defenders hit back. So when you sit there, all that on the trash, like, it looks cool. Yeah, I mean, like that to me. And I'm not saying that's not how you put the work in. I'm glad to see him putting the work in. Yeah, that's Ben Johnson or Ben Simmons making 3-pointers in you know, the offseason. Right?
Come on,
you know what I mean?
You
like,
compared him to Ben Simmons.
Well, because here's my thing: it all looks great on video, but is it going to look great when you get onto the field? And that's the one thing that we saw from DeAndre Swift last year. We did not see him moving well enough to get away from defenders. We did not see him getting out of the backfield and following his blocks well enough to get away from defenders. Right, like.
Yeah. Now,
at the same time, the offensive line was worse. With the offensive line better, with Joe Thuney in there, with Drew Dalman in there, with Jonah Jackson in there, with Darnell Wright and maybe Braxton Jones with some stability in there. You know what I mean? Like, is that going to change his output and his production? It should, but does it then bring up a guy like Roquan or why can't I think of freaking somebody said Roquan Smith, and now that's in my brain. Our back, the big boy.
You talking about Cal Monungai?
No, our backup running back.
Roshan Johnson.
Roquan was stuck in my brain. Roshan Johnson. Does it improve his game? If he has a healthy season, remember Ryan Poles said he's a pillar of this team moving forward the day he was drafted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, those are the things for me where it's like, okay, yes, this could improve DeAndre Swift, but if you got Roshan Johnson better and healthy, Roshan Johnson can get you 4.5 between the tackles. Remember what Eric Bieniemy said. I want a guy that can get 4.5 between the tackles.
Mm-hmm.
We want Swifty to know he needs to get them 4.5 between the tackles. Swifty ain't no between the tackles running back. Or maybe, to be honest with you, he has been better between the tackles than outside zone. Maybe we keep trying to force him into outside zone. But I think the big thing with the running back room heading into this camp is, can a guy make his name that maybe wasn't a name yet? And if that guy is Cal Monungai, I don't know if you saw his running backs coach was on with Cassie Carlson on the offseason, but like,
okay,
he was like, everybody continues to say that this dude won't run you over, and everybody that says it gets ran over by him.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Don't count him out. Don't count him out.
You better not count him out. That's why he's our guy. But I mean, I will say this: if there's any indication the DeAndre Swift will have probably his all-time season, if you go check our Madden simulations, DeAndre Swift has been having some very good outputs. He's having an epic season.
Having a heck of a season right now.
You want him running through the tackles? He's doing a little bit of everything. He's catching the ball out of the outfield, out of the backfield. Oh man, he's doing it all. I'm just saying.
It is concerning how much he's doing. It's like DeAndre Swift, we're like, what are we 8 games of the season? Man, got like 900 yards.
He's killing every game. It's just like
okay, he's one of the greatest running backs of all time. All of a sudden, bro, what if that happens? I
would love it. I would love it.
It's gonna be very tough because then I'm still gonna be like, yeah, don't re-sign him.
Yeah, you talking to me. What did you say last time we were actually looking at the game? He had like 150 yards. He's like, oh, now he's worth $4 million. I'm like, no, he's worth $8 million. He's worth the contract. No,
I got 4 for him.
It's split it in half.
Now you're getting older.
Oh, now you want to blame the age? Now that he's
100%.
That's horrible. Ian Will is not coming through that door, Pat. Okay?
Hey, bro. Walker Payton's not walking through that door. Ian Will is not walking through that door. What a difference in player right there. How old is DeAndre Swift? 29?
Yeah, he's on the game. He is on the edge of
he's 26.
Oh, he's 26. Oh, okay. I thought you said 29.
I got 2 more years for you.
Yeah. Boggy said, Pat want to pay 11 cents for the likes of a Saquon type production. Yeah.
As cheap as I can get.
Oh boy.
Hey, Bucky Irving, top 10 running back in the league last year. Am I wrong?
Oh, okay.
Could have been you.
All right. Oh, that is another name we passed on. You're right. Yeah.
Right. Whatever. Could have been you.
Whatever.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here just exhausted. Can't take it anymore. Hey, man, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We got more content coming you guys' way throughout the day. Stay tapped in with us, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, hit that like button. I said all this already. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. For Miss Media himself, George JC. It's your boy. It's early. It's your boy, Pat Designer. Back at it again. Bed down. One love. Peace.
Say it again. Let him hear it in the back. Subscribe. Do all that stuff.
By the way, the poll ended. Jalen Carter voted the one player that most Bears fans think that could help the Bears the most. 36% going. Polls made the right call. A lot of people in on polls.
I'm with Jalen maybe being on this team, but we'll see. We'll see.
I'm so ready for football.
You ain't lying.
So sick of what ifs.